96.5 FM.
Nigeria is more Nigeria than any Nigeria. That's right.
Of course, there is a saying that no matter how long you have traveled in the wrong road, you can always turn around. I don't know if our leaders at this point will tilt that particular way and see on how to bring back things to normalcy so that Nigerians also would have a relief. A very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics, the Thursday's edition, talking about the 25th day of July, 2024. As a matter of fact, if you can remember clearly, just, should I say, is it up to 2 weeks yet? The Supreme Court verdict on local government autonomy is being rejigging activities at the local government area with regard to how things have to be structured. There are states that have conducted already local government elections. There are states that are planning to conduct local government elections. There are states that are yet to even have a thought of conducting local government election. But in Abia State, of course, last week, I remember clearly I saw somewhere about executive bill sent to the Abia State House of Assembly on appropriation bill, which is a bill for a bylaw to appropriate the sum of 50-something billion naira for the service of local government councils of the state for the year ending 31st December 2024. I learned that that particular bill has been passed by the Abia State House of Assembly. That will form our conversation this morning on Standpoint, the saint of all talks of politics. Incorruptible Sam, a very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint.
Yeah. It's a beautiful morning, Thursday morning, and we have gathered, as always. And when we gather this way, definitely just for us to make things easier for the leaders. Yes, it's always heavy on them. It's not easy. It's not easy, but they should be thanking their God that we are here to help them out. And how do we do that? Not going to their offices. No. We don't need to go there. As the mic is on, we do our own job. Sometimes they also they work with what we have actually said. We give them feedback, and at the end of the day, those that want to learn will learn. Those that still don't want to learn, they won't learn. But very dark man says something.
What did he say?
They will learn the hard way. Good morning.
It's good to have you, my brother, Incorruptible Sam. I hope the dream is still alive.
Yes. Yes.
All right, there's no problem. My colleagues said some time ago that Abia State workers, whenever things don't go their way, they will shout, chant this and that and all of those things. Hey, this, I have no. Very lately. We've not heard anything. No. Even Nigerian Labour Congress, Abia State chapter, what is happening?
What is happening? When you people will tell us to do this one,
our lives are no longer.
They don't forget us. They have left us behind.
Hi, good morning. It's good to have you to Standpoint this morning. Good morning and welcome, sir.
Thank you, my brother Moses Ben, and thank you, our wonderful listeners out there. Like I always say, if you have to touch your dial, let it just be to improve on the tuning.
Just augment it upward.
Improve on the tuning. So, because we always have it hot and spicy, and then we hit the nail right on the head. Talking about labor, I don't know. Don't you think they're still negotiating?
At least the heat. they understand what I'm trying to say.
They do.
Members of that union, they understand. They do
perfectly well. We thank God it's Thursday morning. We thank God for the gift of life.
All right, before we get down to our topic this morning about the executive bill, I believe at this point it is expecting or it to be attracting the governor's assent. That would be when it must have been transmitted to the governor by the Abia State House of Assembly. We'll talk about it. It will be a good time this morning on Standpoint. But still on the issue of the planned nationwide strike, the Minister for Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has appealed to Nigerians to be patient with the federal government. The minister made the plea after a meeting with the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume. Briefing journalists after the meeting, Mohammed said the federal government was engaging with all stakeholders on the matter. On the other hand, gentlemen, the governor of Imo State and the Progressives Governors Forum leader, chairman, Hope Uzodinma, has come up to say that, look at, this strike is not necessary. And then lately, the other angle of it, that it is not necessary, that nothing warrants this nationwide protest and all of that, have always been from the foot of the All Progressives Congress. Incorruptible Sam. The threat, before now, it's been the threat that do not do this, it will be hijacked by hoodlum and all of those things and all of those things. Now the federal government is trying to bring the heat down to say, calm down, that the president is looking into the matter and all of that. Remember, they are talking about hardship and bad governance in Nigeria. They have their demands stated out clearly, as a matter of fact. But this impression, I brought up this issue yesterday before we started discussing on Standpoint, that it has become our culture within the African continent. Whenever any issue of protest, we are talking about protest, demonstration, a peaceful demonstration to send home your dissatisfaction, something you're not comfortable with, in as much as democracy is being practiced in our climate. But it has always been this backlash from those in power, those in government, to say that opposition is trying to plant this, that this is coming from the opposition. There are countries that even strike, protests, I beg your pardon, demonstrations are being championed by the opposition parties. But in the case of Nigeria, it's usually when we are fed up, we are discomforted with the reality of things, we are no longer comfortable with the way things are going, that Nigerians come up to say that, look at, we want to send the message across.
And they will still see it
with this approach by the presidency at this point in time, after backlash, is after saying no, that he's been planted by the opposition, will it even stop this movement coming up in the month of August?
Had it been they have been truthful, had it been the leaders, our leaders, had it been they have been truthful, it would have been enough to say, okay, since they have told us not to protest, that they will look into it. It would have been enough to say, okay, let's give them chance. Let's give them chance. But our leaders, they are like, some people, some toxic people, both ladies and guys now.
The way they talk, I think at times, whether they are not lettered.
In a relationship where you keep offending, they keep giving you a chance. You keep offending. Okay, change, you no change. I love this woman. I don't want to lose her. I don't change now. You don't want to lose her. You still don't want to change. That's who our politicians are.
You're not standing from the position of being experienced.
I want to bring in all angles so that it will be very easy for people to understand. Because when you mention relationship now, that's the easiest way to pass a message.
People relate immediately.
Even take it to marriage. Oga, your both Oga and Madam. You don't want to lose this person, but that thing that is making you feel like you're losing the person, you still don't want to change it. That's it. That's what they do very, very well. And like I said, it would have been enough reason to say, okay, since they have talked, but they don't keep to their words. One bank said that they are dash. They keep to their words. But though I don't know, I don't bank with them. That's their slogan. I love it. I love the bank so much. With that slogan anyway. But as I say in it, do you do it? That's it. And when you say that, yes, in other countries, opposition champion these things, that's also one of the things they need to do to help the current government. It happened here in Nigeria. Yes, it happens. Especially under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. He might not be my best man, in as much as he's from Bayelsa. I also had 1 or 2 issues during his administration. This is the Incorruptible Sam for you. But under his administration, clergymen, do you want to count them? I got baptized I'm a baptized member of RCCG. But also, the Geo then was among those that came out. The big guys we listen to, we follow. But since the administration of Buhari till now, did they do that? Have they talked? Mbaka is our brother. I just saw his video 2 days ago when he was telling Goodluck to resign. That Goodluck now has turned to bad luck. I will get that video again and watch. Since the Tinubu administration took over, have we had? He's our brother. At least if we talk about those that are aside from us.
If you can also remember, he voiced that during Buhari's administration.
That was when their relationship didn't go well. We know he campaigned for him. At some point, they had issues. We don't care. I don't care what their issues are. He now talked against him. Now, that one of Goodluck Jonathan was, if you listen to that video, you say, okay, if our clergymen, religious leaders will gather this way when things are going wrong and speak, it will go a long way. The situation of Nigeria now, under Goodluck Jonathan, you don't want to compare. Under Buhari, you don't want to compare. But none has said anything. The big boys, that trends, that have followers, that's it on that side. Then when it comes to APC governors, what do you expect them to do, Ben? It will be so surprising if at all in Nigeria context, it will be so surprising if they come out to say that the president is not getting it right. You know it's not possible to happen. They can't be, they are not incorruptible. You see these people like this, they can't make it to the incorruptible people's party. Because they will not say the truth.
And I don't
that
think,
is the problem
and I don't think they will even indicate interest.
I read it when they won't come because they know they are not qualified. The governor of Imo State, and I believe, thank God we have Imo people listening to us. Some of them do call
the governor of Imo State and the chairman, All Progressives Governors Forum.
Saying that it is not necessary is an insult to the people they are representing, the people they are leading. It's not necessary for people to say, no, these things are not going. Maybe when I start talking, he will talk about it more. But he said it. I want to add it to what I'm saying now. Some areas you buy fuel 1,000 naira a liter. Under Goodluck Jonathan, that the big boys campaigned for him to step down. How much was it? How was the economy then? In as much as devaluation of naira also started under his administration, he made that mistake. I was a caller then. I kicked against it. They finally did it. Now look at how useless our naira is. How many of them has actually come out to say, see, no, this one protest is in fact it should be added to the constitution as something that should be done.
It's constitutional.
When things are not, in Nigeria, I doubt if it is constitutional because they see it as if you're attacking them. Do you understand? But it is the right thing to do. This is peaceful protest. See, we are not happy with the situation of things. That's actually reminding you of what you know. Unfortunately, Ali Ndume, the other day, he made a mistake. He has corrected himself, saying that Tinubu doesn't know, that people that go to him don't tell him the truth. I wonder where he is, if he's actually in Nigeria and he doesn't know what is happening. Then it is a problem. And also they should understand that we have types of protests. One of our guests the other day talked about it. In some countries, their own is national anthem. As we are here, let's assume we ought to play the national anthem before we start this program, and we say we are not playing it, that's a protest. The government, any government that is wise, will say, these guys,
what happened today?
They should have
this is
played
something they've been doing every time.
What is the problem? We say, no, we are not happy with the situation of Nigeria. That's why we would not play the anthem. That's a protest. Without making a speech, without making a statement, without going to the street. But in Nigeria, do we even care?
And children even protest at times at the family unit.
Do we even care? Do our leaders know whether there was anthem on? Even the ones that pass anthems, the senators that say that we should go back to Nigeria, we healthy. Do they even care whether we say Nigeria, we healthy or not? They don't know. But a situation whereby we avoid reciting that anthem is a protest on its own. These guys are not happy. Something is wrong. We have a different way or different ways of protesting in our various homes, in our organizations.
All right, Sam, I'll get back to you.
You understand? That is it.
I got Bonaya. It surprises somebody like me that we have a government, not just this particular one, whenever the issue of protesting, demonstrating dissatisfaction based on things that are going on in our country, Nigeria, we see a government that would always want to give reasons on why, give reasons on the protest not being relevant. At times they talk about hoodlums, talk about people that are ready to hijack. How did they get the information? How did they arrive at that there are a set of persons who want to hijack this demonstration? It's quite a kind of weakening somebody's strength in terms of adding to the value of the society.
Well, we need to understand that no government would want you to come and say that what they're doing is not good. Yeah, so you are expected to accept every policy the government is churning out. Take it with hook, line, and sinker. Just swallow it. Whatever they do